guys, what's up? We have a new pack that was released at the beginning of the year for some more options to build your newest decks for Duel Links, with an importance given to supporting deck themes from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This was released back at the beginning of January the 1st. The first set of cards are the Ultra Rares. This is Darkbulb Lightning. It is a normal spell card that says, target one set card on the field, destroy that target, then discard one card. This can be used within any deck, however is best suited to the Darkbulbs, as they have effects that work based off of discarding, including resummoning or causing card destruction. Volcanic Doomfire is a Fire Pyro level 8 with 3000 attack and 1800 defense, and its effect is, this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by sending a face-up Tri-Blaze Accelerator you control to the graveyard. During your opponent's battle phase, your opponent must attack this monster with any attack position monsters they control. When this card destroys a monster and sends it to the graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls, and inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. This is the boss monster for the Volcanics, and was used by a character from West Academy in the 3rd season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Axel Brody, who was the star pupil of Professor Viper, with a decent attack stat, and it can be summoned easily, as there are 2 cards, one Tri-Blaze Accelerator itself, which can be searched, or the trap version, which can act as Tri-Blaze Accelerator in its name. This card can focus your opponent's attacks, so if they were unaware of this and try and attack something else, which you are trying to set up, they will lose that card. Lastly, this is able to clear the field of your opponent's monsters and can cause burn damage for the remainder. So if your opponent ends up with a stronger monster, and you last that turn with this card, you can attack into the weaker one to destroy the stronger monster and inflict a maximum of 1000 points of effect damage. Spell Striker is an Earth Warrior level 3 with 600 attack and 200 defense, and its effect is, you can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one spell card from your graveyard. This card can attack directly. You can take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. This card is able to special summon itself, so you can summon again within the turn. It can be used as a tribute for a level 5 or a 6, assuming you have no other monsters on your field, and the direct attacks can be enough to win the duel in the later stages of it. Volcanic Rocket is a Fire Pyro level 4 with 1900 attack and 1400 defense, and its effect is, when this card is summoned, you can add one Blaze Accelerator card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. This is the Searcher I mentioned earlier. It has good stats, so can keep up on the field, as well as set up well for your Doomfire summon. Cloudian Eye of the Typhoon is a Wind Aqua level 8 with 3000 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is in face-up defense position, destroy it. When this card declares an attack, change the battle positions of all face-up monsters except Cloudian monsters. This card is able to stop itself from being destroyed in battle and causes your opponent to have their monsters in the worst mode, provided they are face-up. This is the boss monster of Adrian Gecko, a member of East Academy, in the 3rd season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, whose deck focuses on the Cloud. Gaia Plate, the Earth Giant, is an Earth Rock level 8 with 2800 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is, you can special summon this card by removing from play any 2 Rock-type monsters in your graveyard. During your standby phase, remove from play one Rock-type monster in your graveyard, or send this card to the graveyard. Half the attack and defense of any monster that battles with this card. This card is one of the stronger monsters used by Jim Cook of South Academy, another member joining Duel Academy from the 3rd season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Its summoning condition is relatively easy, and works in the same way as other rock types currently in the game. This card is not, however, as free to summon as you would like, as if you cannot banish a rock type monster each turn, this card goes to the graveyard. However, when facing other monsters, This cuts this stat, preventing this card from being dealt with by anything other than its own ability or a card effect. It was used in the duel between Jim and Supreme King Jaden to leave him with 50 life points before being used in a fusion by Jaden to finish Jim off. Lila Lightsworn Sorceress is a light spellcaster level 4. With 1700 attack and 200 defense, and its effect is, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn. Also change this card you control from face-up attack position to face-up defense position, and if you do, destroy that target. Once per turn during your end phase, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. This card is able to get rid of a spell or trap per turn, but since it goes to defense, it has to be protected as it only has 200 defense, and the milling effect is normal for the Lightsworns. Snow Unlight of Darkworld is a Dark Fiend level 4 with 1700 attack and 0 defense, and its effect is, if this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, if it was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, add one Darkworld card from your deck to your hand, then special summon that target, if any, in face-up defense position. This card has a decent attack stat, as well as, if it is discarded by your opponent, being able to summon an opponent's monster and search for a Darkworld card, providing a +1 in carding. Gemknight Master Diamond is an Earth Rock level 9 with 2900 attack and 2500 defense, and requires 3 Gemknight monsters, and its effect is, must first be fusion summoned. This card gains 100 attack for each gem monster in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can banish one level 7 or lower Gemknight fusion monster from your graveyard until the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's, and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. This card is able to become 3200 just by fulfilling its summoning, being able to steal a Gemknight fusion and use its effect, which can be very versatile, including card destruction and damage infliction. The last card is Forbidden Dress. This is a quick play spell card that says, target one face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. That target loses 600 attack, but cannot be targeted or destroyed by other card effects. This can keep one of your stronger monsters on the field, or if your opponent has few life points, you can weaken that monster to cause them to attack and finish themselves. Like the Galactic Origins videos, these will be split into 4 videos, just to break them up a bit little. What do you think of these cards? Which deck are you most likely to play? And will you use any of these cards as text for your existing decks? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video.